here we are in the newsroom. Hello, everybody, and this is on Sony Corporation's hacking nightmare. If you haven't heard already, a group that is very capable and well orchestrated. They went in and they got a bunch of inside private info from Sony. Not only private info, but damning evidence on the fact that Sony is not what it's cracked up to be. They're not quite politically correct. So I'm surprised that so many news agencies, news media are covering it, because you would expect that, oh, you know, it's Sony, and Sony is going to pressure everyone not to reveal this. But a lot of it's coming out, and this is the latest article. It comes on Fox News. It says Obama emails. So, white liberal hypocrisy revealed in all its glory, by Juan Williams, writing this article. And basically, what it means is that Sony's reputation is tarnished, completely tarnished. I mean, they need to go the way of Bill Cosby, which is a parallel news story. I mean, parallel in the fact that it comes out at the same time, and it comes out big time. Bill Cosby did all of his crimes and all of his lewd criminal behavior years ago. Now he's probably on Viagra, but in any case, a lot of things that Sony has been doing behind the scenes and secretly is now coming out. And a lot of it comes down to Amy Pascal, Paschal. Look her up. She's one of the execs over there, and I think that she's on the chopping block. Oh well. All these high and mighty people need to be taken down, and you're going to see it more and more in the news. There's always a shakeup, because you know what? When you get to the top, the only thing that you can feel is people pulling you down from your heels. And they will be grabbing onto you. And that's what this is about. The group, Guardians of Peace, GOP, I don't know. I haven't found out too much about them. If they're connected with North Korea, I don't know. I tend to think that it's not directly involved with the government under Kim. Kim Jong-il is... he's going to admit a thing like this if he's behind it. He is not going to, deny these things. And I think on the other hand, he would be proud of it. I mean, why wouldn't he? What is anyone going to do if, I'm sorry, I said his name wrong, Kim Jong-un. Okay, we're about to see him right now, folks. We're about to see his scowl. Let's read a quote here about the emails. Should I ask him if he likes Django? Which is basically from a reference to Obama. She was going to this function. They hobnobbing and stuff. They're having a dinner or a luncheon. So she's talking to Scott Rudin, who's a movie producer. She's asking him advice. So it's tongue in cheek. And then she goes, or the butler, or ride along. I bet he likes Kevin Hart. So what this Fox News guy says, where to begin unpacking that powder keg of race and class bigotry. Alright, now, is this a surprise to anybody? Is it a surprise to Kim Jong-un? Kim, you cannot have his hairstyle. You cannot have his position of power. It's not temporary. It's not a democracy. You can't have any of that. Oh, This is like this. You cannot draw pictures of Muhammad like this. So let's go to Amy Pascal. So I think they just want to try to blame this on North Korea, but like I told you, I just can't see that they're really behind it. Okay, Pascal. I'm sorry I spelled it wrong. You know, if I had a staff, I wouldn't have any problems here. Let's go to the web. What else can I say about Sony? Does this like really have to come out as evidence? Like, if you're in America, as long as I've been, and I'm talking to people of all colors out there, look at me. Look at me. I'm not white bread America. I'm not that 1% higher echelon. I'm not in this body. I'm not. I grew up with all the prejudice that you can imagine when I was a little kid. I felt the taste of that whip on my back, on my backside. And it's very hurtful. It's very confusing when you're a kid to be raised like in this kind of a detached, sterile environment where no one's really explaining anything to you, and it's going on, and you kind of you have a like deer in the headlights kind of thing, because you don't know how to take it, but you feel it like, yeah, these people are mocking you. These people hate you. And they're saying these things. And who was doing it to me? Other little children who learned from the culture, the TV, the movies, and from their parents and their family and their friends. Other little kids that got that venom in them, that vampire bite, and they bite back at others. Okay, it's contagious. So I was the victim on it because I never did anything until I was older. You know, I'm not perfect, and I came out with a lot of racism later on for a period. So here's the thing. It's not a surprise. It's a surprise about her. What is she, a Jew? What, I mean, is she an Italian Jew, or what is she? What, I mean, so who is she to talk? Not only who is she to talk, who is she to be taken seriously? What, she's the one that you have to hold her up to a higher standard than you have? No one has a high standard. Al Sharpton doesn't have a high standard. None of these people that talk about it. Those who are righteous and perfect, who have never sinned, let them cast the first stone. I'm not protecting her. I'm putting you all down. See, I'm putting you all down. She's born March 25th, 1958. She's an American business executive. She's been the chairman of the Motion Pictures Group of Sony Pictures since 2003. That probably they should say, and after 2014, she's done after 11 years. All right, her education, you can see over here, is University of California, Los Angeles. What her early life, she's from Los Angeles. Yeah, I told you, she looks like a Jew. She was raised in the Jewish faith. And however, you hear me saying this, I've been married to a Jew, a big-time Jew, for 10 years. My children are raised with the major influence of the Jewish faith, historically and spiritually. Not any of the bullshit, but we're aware of the bullshit. So, however, when you hear me talk about Jew, it's different than anybody else talking about. So when you hear me talking about black, Latino, or whatever, same deal, okay? You're getting it from someone who is not prejudiced, but I'm reality in your face, right? I've been the victim of it, and now I'm here to tell you how to get through it the best way. And if you think I wasn't the victim of it, we're going to have a little debate. If you think you had more of it than I did, I think we're going to have a little debate. I know what it feels like. However, I also know the proper defense mechanism for it. And in any case, it's not just racism. It's like whatever people say about you if you're not accepted, just for your views, just for what you wear, just for how your hair is, just all these kind of things. My antidote to that, the defense mechanism that always works is fuck off! It doesn't matter what anyone thinks. You've got to get a thick skin. You've got to let it roll off your back like water off a duck's back. It doesn't sink in. Do you know anything about ducks? Have you never heard about that expression? Well, don't let it bother you. And thicker skin will also help. Her father, Tony Pascal, was an economist at Rand Corporation. Her mother was a librarian and art bookstore owner, Artworks. She attended Crossroads in Santa Monica. So where exactly did she pick up her racism? Well, are Jews racist? Are people in any one of these backgrounds racist? Seth Rogen thanks her for having the balls to make the interview. Well, Seth Rogen, you're a comedian, but did you actually check in her pants if there were balls there? Because you're trying to bring her up now when she's on the way down. Of course he has to. One hand washes the other. He wants his movie to do well. However, it is a funny movie. I saw the trailer, if based on the trailer. Hello, are you Jewish? Are you Jewish like Amy Pascal? Are you Jewish? I'm going to have racism against Jews from now on because they don't like black people. It's a racial war. See how ridiculous it is? We don't do that kind of thing. We don't do this kind of thing.
Look at the paint.
Oh, okay. We're going to have a painting here now. Check it out. For all you Jew haters out there. That's in Hebrew. That's in Hebrew. And this is a prophet. It's an angel. I'm sorry. You told me it was an angel. It's an angel in Bethlehem, and he's saying something in Hebrew. Read that. Well, here's the end of my rant. I hope you understood me. Whether you're at Sony or whether you're at home, you're one of my regular viewers, subscribers. Even if you're not, if you're new, come check it out because I tell it like it is, as I'm seeking the truth.